This is the new release from Buffalo Trace, Eagle Rare 12 year. Does that 2 years really make a difference? Should you be hunting this? Well, only one way to find out. Let's go. Welcome back to Old Fashioned Ways. I'm Doc Martinez, and today I am reviewing the newest Eagle Rare 12 year. Now, I originally was not going to do a review on this because there's plenty of reviews out there, but the other night on one of my live streams, I popped this open and I really enjoyed it. I liked it a lot more than I thought I would, so I figured, why not sit down, take the time, and really break this down to see if it's really as good as I thought the other night. I thought this would be perfect to, break it down and see, is it really worth the hunt? All right, time to pour some out. As you can see, some of this has already been poured out because I had it on my live the other night. Give myself a good pour just to make sure. Oh yeah. All right, we're gonna move this off to the side. Now, the liquid in here is Buffalo Trace Iconic Mashbill #1. It is aged a minimum of 12 years in a meticulously monitored warehouse with each barrel hand-selected by the distiller's expert team. In addition to aging a minimum of 2 years longer than Eagle Rare 10, this special expression is bottled at 95 proof instead of the 90 proof of the 10 year. As you know, anytime I do a review, I love to share because this is the way. Stay tuned to find out how you can win a sample of this Eagle Rare 10 year. With my new format, the bottle details of this bottle will be in the description below. Let's get into this. All right, so we're gonna look at this and let's just look how this looks on the glass. So nice dark amber color. It is very nice. That color just looks beautiful. I like that darkness there. On the glass, for a 95 proof, it actually sticks pretty nicely. Legs starting to come down now. They're a little bit wide, but not coming down pretty quickly. They're actually taking a moment to come down. So that's actually a good sign there. That's a good sign of the viscosity there. I like it. Some of the legs run a little bit faster than others, but for the most part, it's just taking its time coming down. So not bad, not bad. All right, let's go in for that aroma. That's definitely Buffalo Trace. Sweet, sweet, sweet caramel. A lot of sweetness on this. Very, very sweet on the nose. I've always wanted the Eagle Rare to be at 100. So 90, and this is 95. I'm happy that this is 95 proof. Getting closer to that 100 proofer. Eagle Rare Bottle and Bond. Wouldn't that be nice? Eagle Rare Bottle and Bond. There you go, guys. If you guys watch this, put that out. I'd buy that. Wow. Aroma. Nice, good bourbon, nice on the nose. Overall, just kind of hits everything. So for that, I'm going to give the aroma 7.5. Flavors, all right. Initial taste. Let's put that on there. Don't want to waste that. Tiny bit of spice on the tongue. That mash bill. The rye actually is coming through on that. It's a tiny bit spicier than I remember, like Eagle Rare. And the other night, I did have this after a few pours, so this was in the middle. Hits the tongue, kind of fades kind of quickly though. There's a little bit there, but it's more of a hint than the flavor there. Of course, a 95 proof. We're not getting a Kentucky hug with this. Initial taste, I don't remember. The other night I remember liking it a lot more, but that's the initial taste. So for the initial taste, I'm actually gonna give that a 6. Complexity. How does this evolve on the tongue? I'm hoping with the second one I'm gonna get more flavors on the tongue. Kind of let it evolve. I'm gonna let it sit there for just a second. There you go. It's still a little bit spicy, more nuttiness, more caramel, a little tannic. I'm getting a little bit of tannicky in the background, giving a little bit of citrus and dark chocolate as well. Sitting on the tongue a little bit nicer, kind of just staying there. I'm liking the complexity. I'm liking how it's evolving on the tongue. For that, I'm going to give that a 8. Mouthfeel, thickness and viscosity. Thickness and viscosity. So it is a little bit thin. It's 95 proof. It's not very... a lot of higher proofers will stick there a little bit longer, but the tip and the mid tongue, it's actually staying there nicely. There's some thickness there. Roof of the mouth, not so much. Back of the throat, not so much. Very minimal Kentucky hug, not a very big one, but there is a texture there. It's a little bit tannic, a little bit drying, but it is there. So for that reason, I'm gonna give the mouthfeel 7.5. Finish. How does it stay? How does it finish? Ooh, that one's actually, as you start tasting it, it's kind of hitting that mouth, hitting that palate a little bit differently. That one, it's still tannicky. There's still that, you're starting to get more of those darkness, that bitterness, the leather notes that you're going to get with something that's a little bit more aged. It's sticking in the, as I said, the tip in the middle. It stays there. Flavor hits you. kind of fades and leaves a nice little hint. It's not very strong, but it is there. So for the finish, I'm actually going to give that a 7.2. Now, MSRP on this is supposed to be at $50. I don't think anybody's bought it at 50. I think I paid $65 for mine. $65 at 50, I say buy again. At 65, I also say buy again. I like this. I think there's a little bit more flavor to it, a little bit more complexity to it, a little bit, I don't have Eagle Rare enough anymore. And Eagle Rare is actually the 10 years what got me started drinking whiskey. So I kind of want this one. I'm glad that this one's better, has more flavor to it, has more complexity to it, kind of stays on the mouth a little bit longer, because that's what I was hoping from this. So would I buy again? Yes. At 60, now secondary, I've seen that at $300. Nope. Don't waste your money there. So at most that I would pay for this one, I would say $75. $75, and I would be pretty happy paying that. But if I can get it at $50, $65 like I did pay for this, yeah, I buy a backup. I definitely would have a backup on my shelf. I'm hoping that this is just not a limited release, a one-timer. I don't know if it is or not. I don't think it is. I think it's something that they're going to try to come out with every year. Kind of like Jack's doing the 10, 12, and who knows, maybe next year we'll see a 14 on this. They're following kind of in those footsteps. But if they do 12 on the shelf at it's supposed to be 50, but at 60, 65, 100%, I would do that. Because secondary is so crazy right now, it's hard to find. It's super hard to find. It's going to have to be a little bit lower number. So I'm going to give that a 6. All right. So my total for this is 42.2 out of 60. I actually think that's a pretty good solid score for what this is. Definitely would like to have this on my shelf. Definitely would like to have a back on my shelf. If you can find it at a good price, don't pay that crazy, outrageous secondary price right now. But if you find it for a good price, definitely pick it up. I'm liking it. I think it's nostalgic for me. I like Eagle Rare. It got me into this. This is just next level up. The 2 years did make a difference. I'm appreciating those 2 years. Hopefully they can bump it up. Hopefully 100. Come on, guys, 100 proof. What's wrong with the 100 proof, man? Give us that. Give us that. Let's talk about how you can win a sample. First of all, if you have not, please go hit that like button and make sure to subscribe. There's a lot of fun stuff coming up, a lot of fun giveaways, and a lot of fun just lives that we're doing, so you don't want to miss any of those. Also, in the comments below, let me know, what is your favorite Buffalo Trace product? Is it Eagle Rare? Have you gotten to try the Eagle Rare 12? Is this something that's on your list? Let me know. I like Buffalo Trace. I like a lot of their products. They do a great job. They have a lot of the most popular products out there, and I appreciate them for that. Well, my friends, thank you for joining me on another journey down my whiskey rabbit hole. To our next journey, my friends, cheers.